Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Joel Kahn, a triple board certified preventive cardiologist in Detroit and in Florida. Thank you for joining HeartBrief. We're going to review three important articles that I selected from the medical literature in the last 10 days, and I hope you'll also find them interesting. So let me share the first one. The first one, the topic is omega-3, and you can see this is in the journal JCI Insight. Icosapent ethyl-induced lipoprotein remodeling and its impact on cardiovascular disease risk factors in normal lipidemic individuals. Whoa, that's a title. Essentially, what they did is they used a prescription version of omega-3 fish oil, but one that was solely EPA. As you know, that's a prescription that's used by a lot of cardiologists in cardiac patients. And they put the patients on the icosapent ethyl omega-3, and then they took them off and they did fatty acid profiles, they did lipoprotein analysis, and other advanced testing in these volunteers. What they found, and what's clinically important, what made headlines in many medical journal articles that were on the web, was that there was rapid incorporation of the EPA into the blood and into the lipidome. But as soon as you stopped the omega-3 supplementation, it quickly went away. And the message that I saw all over the web was within days of stopping your fish oil, whether it's over the counter fish oil, whether it's prescription like this one, pure EPA, omega-3, if you stop it, if you forget to take it on vacation, if for some reason you don't renew it, if you don't pick it up at the drugstore, whatever you took before is fine, but it's going to have a very short half-life and it's not going to continue to have much of an effect. So the message there was that it's a continual need to replenish omega-3 stores. Whether you do it through food like salmon and anchovies and sardine and mackerel, ground flaxseed, walnuts, leafy greens, chlorella, or whether you do it through over-the-counter or prescription supplements and drugs, you need to continue it, and we need to share that message with our patients. They must continue the drug so they get the benefit. All right? Simple message. You don't store omega-3 apparently in any substantial way so that when you stop it, it's out. All right, let's see if we can find the second article, which is right here, and we will do that now. And go over to a very interesting article in the journal Applied Sciences out of University of Illinois. The title was Impact of Vegan Diets on Resistance Exercise Mediated Myofibrillar Protein Synthesis in Healthy Young Males and Females, a Randomized Clinical Trial. Well, there certainly is a debate on social media and somewhat of a debate in the medical world on whether, if your goal is to build muscle and build strength and avoid frailty, whether it should be animal protein that you need, such as chicken and fish and beef, whether you can do it with plant protein, such as tofu and chia and edamame and quinoa, for example, all very good protein sources. So they took volunteers in this case that were about 25 years old, 40 of them overall, and they put them on a resistance program of weight building. But during portions of the study, they were on omnivorous animal protein. And on portions of the study, they were on vegan-based protein, like we just described. What they found by doing a tracer called deuterated water to measure myofibrillar protein synthesis was that there was no difference in myofibrillar protein synthesis, whether the source of the protein was animal, whether the source of the protein was vegan. And really, I hear experts in the field talk about the fact that the single biggest factor to strength accumulation and muscle building is actually doing the resistance training. In fact, I just heard a statistic that only 22% of Americans regularly participate in resistance training. So we've got a long way to go if we're going to build muscle. And all the chicken in the world is not going to do it for you if you're not actually lifting those weights. So the message to the patients is they have to lift the weights if they want to get the gain. There's no shortcut here, okay? We can't offer them a shortcut, unfortunately. I'm sure they'd all like it. And we're going to have to work with them to understand that it really takes the gym time to make themselves in a better position. I think we can all appreciate that. There simply is no shortcut. And then I'm going to quickly try and pull up the last study here, which I found to be the most interesting study of the week. Let me quickly download the PDF. Excellent. And I'm going to stop share and I'm going to go select it so that you can see it. And I believe that's what I have to do. Uh, very good. Let's give this a whirl. Excellent. So this appeared in the Journal of Translational Medicine. It was a study that came from the country of China. Computerized cognitive training enhances cognitive function in Alzheimer's disease by downregulating ruminococcus TMAO pathway. And what they did here is they took 84 individuals with mild cognitive impairment and mild Alzheimer's disease. They put them in a 24-week program where they used a technique they call CCT, computerized cognitive training, or usual treatment. And during those 24 weeks, they measured their memory function. They also measured many things about their gut microbiome. And what they found by using this computer behavioral change program, which is referenced in the article, but it's an all Chinese website, so it didn't do me much good, and I'm going to try and track that down a little more, was that they actually showed improvement in measurements of cognitive function to use this computer cognitive training. But there also was a change, amazingly, in their microbiome. This wasn't a probiotic or a food study. And there was a expansion of this species called Ruminococcus torquus group. And along with that, there was a metabolite called TMAO, trimethylamine oxide, that was significantly reduced during this cognitive training, suggesting that there was some unexplained transformation in their gut health that improved their brain health. Very exciting data that needs to be tracked down, reproduced, done in the United States. And perhaps we'll be hearing more and more about CCT, computerized cognitive training, in patients that are developing early memory problems. God knows we need help for people that have that problem. So we've gone through 3 papers that I hope you found as interesting as I did, making selections on our diet, assisting our patients with memory problems, and educating our patients about the importance of continued prescription or over-the-counter omega-3 supplementation because of the very short half-life if the supplement or prescription is stopped. Thank you. That is this week's HeartBrief brought to you. I am Joel Kahn, medical doctor. Thank you very much.